Hey everyone, it's Melody with Design by Melody. I'm here with stash kit number 2 for 2017. So I'm going to start this year with just 2 stash kits that I'll kind of have on the ready in case I need something different to work with, or I'm in between kits, or whatever it is. I'm going to have 2 stash kits ready. I already have one already packaged up. Not really packaged up, but it's in a... Let me show you. It's sitting here in this Project Life container. I've got it labeled stash number 1. So it'll sit like this just on the shelf right below my desk. That way when I'm ready to pull something out and work with it, it's there. So this was the jumping off point for kit number 2, and I'm going to use navies, lime green, and gray. Now a few other colors crept their way in based on this paper. I have a few pinks and a few lighter blues versus the navy, but this is really my jumping off point for this kit. I just really like this paper, and it was in my scrap bin, so I wanted to make sure that I used it. So let me show you the papers that we're going to use. Keep in mind, this is the starting off point. We'll put it on the edge. I pulled out this navy polka dot, and it's from the Maggie Holmes 12x12 paper pad. We've got this October afternoon paper, and it is from their 9 to 5 collection. It's called Paid in Full. I've got this one, and this is just a miscellaneous piece of paper that was in my stash. I've noticed as I was pulling out this stash kit, I'm going to have to really start expanding my color palette, I think. I use a lot of navies. I really do use a lot of pinks, but I still have a lot of pink in my stash, so I'm going to have to start expanding a little bit more because it was difficult to pull the papers for this kit. I have this one, which is My Mind's Eye Hip Hip Hooray Boy Happy Birthday paper. It's from their Hip Hip Hooray collection. And I pulled it for this side, but I could very easily also use this side, just depending on what pictures I pull. Here's another very dark navy paper. It almost reads as a solid, but there's a very faint floral pattern in the background. Pulled this one. And this is from my little shoebox, City by the Bay, Union Square. So I think the collection was City by the Bay, and I believe the paper is Union Square. This is from 2011, but I really like that paper. I think it looks good with the navy, and it pulls in that lighter blue from that paper. All right, now we're going into the lime greens. This one is from Sassafras. It's from their Monstrosity line, and it's spot on. This is the opposite side, but I will most definitely be using this side. I have a Webster's Pages paper here. This is from the Clean and Simple Girl and Bubbly. Is that what that's called? I don't know if that's the name of the line. It just says Clean and Simple here. These next 2 papers are just basic papers. They're actually kind of thin. They were in my stash. As you notice, I had a hard time finding more decorative backgrounds, and I just have a lot of repeating patterns. So that's why I found this a little bit harder to put together. I was looking for a few more papers like this where it really had a nice something on the background other than just a solid. I call these solid patterns because they're just basic. This is from SEI from their Playday collection. It's got a different tone of green. Then I also pulled out this piece. Now this is just a piece of adhesive paper. So it's like 2 by 12, and it is adhesive backed. So I pulled it out to use with punches, see? So it's a real thick cardstock, but it has adhesive on it. So I thought that'd be nice to try to incorporate. Now we're getting into the grays. This is from Little Yellow Bicycle. It's they have a wedding page kit, and it's from that. Let's try to condense these a little. I really like that pattern. I pulled this one from Dear Lizzie Happy Place. It's called Palm Beach. This is the opposite side, which I could definitely use, but I pulled it for this side because, again, I was looking for something. Just happens to be I have a lot of lined paper, but I was looking for something a little different. Got this one also from the Happy Place collection from Dear Lizzie, and it's called Lemon Berry. And it kind of, this is not a true black. It's kind of a almost like a blue toned black. And this is the opposite side, which I really like, but I pulled it for this one, and I like the ombre effect. Just pulled out a solid piece of white cardstock. I have this pattern, which is from the Best of Dear Lizzie 8.5 by 11 pack that they sold at Michael's. I pulled out this one from 7 Papers. It's from their Darcy collection, paper number 4. And it's got this on the opposite side, which could really go with the navy or the gray. But I pulled it for this side. Going with the true stripes here, like I said, or the lined paper, like I said. This is from Pink Paisley. Gracious, it's the paper number 2. This is the opposite side, which would look really pretty with the navy. But I pulled it for this side. Now this is where I kind of started looking for other things. I wasn't really sure. It just didn't seem complete with this page kit. And that's when I added these 2 blue papers. And then I also added these last couple papers. This is from Ellie Studio, their Sienna line, and it's called Little Bouquet. I just really love that pattern. Got this one from Cartabella. It's from their Beautiful Moments line, and it's called Remember. That's the opposite side, but I definitely pulled it for this side. 2 more papers here. This one's from Basic Gray. It's their Highline collection, and the paper's called Awesome. And then lastly, I pulled out this one. It's from Echo Park, their Everyday Eclectic line, and it's called Chevron Wood Grain because the opposite side has a chevron on it, but I pulled it for this one. So I've got a really strange mix of papers here. But as you can see, they all pretty much coordinate with this paper. So that's where I was going with that. All right, so that's my papers. I have a lot of them here. This is what else I've added. Pulled in a few doilies. Now this is one that you like punch out all the little pieces, so I'm not going to worry with that right now, but you do punch out all the little pieces. Same thing with this silver one. You punch out all the little pieces and then you have a really pretty doily. But I will probably keep these pieces with the kit just in case I decide to use them for something else. And then I pulled out a plain basic doily. I've got a glassine bag, and I did have this lime green tissue paper. I don't know that I'll need it, but I pulled it out just because it was the right colors, and I thought, well, why not? Let's just try it. I also pulled out these 2 alpha bean sets. These are from Jelly Bean Soup. This one's gumbo green, and this one's grilled gray. Pulled out a couple ribbons here. I have 2 in blue and 2 in gray. One's a chevron and a solid. One's a solid and like the thinner ones. I went ahead and pulled these out because I just wasn't sure. I very rarely use stickles, but I was like, I have a lime green one, so let's try it. And then my Nuvo crystal drops, which I do really enjoy. Those are fairly new. Put out a couple sticker sheets here. This one is from Bella Boulevard Super Stud. This is a much larger kit, by the way. This one had the navies. There's a lot of other colors on here, but I was looking for things with navy, and this had a few. Pulled out this from the SEI Citrus Kick line. It's cardstock, tabs, frames, and labels, and it has a lot of lime greens, actually. And a different tone of blue, but it's there, and then some pink. Let me go ahead and show you my alphas. I have a lot of almost used up sets that I thought I'd go ahead and pull out and just see if I can get any use out of them. This is the Fancy Pants Large Alpha Stickers in Black. This is Studio Calico. It had another side to it, but I just cut off this side. Again, there's no A's, no E's. Like, there's not a whole lot I can do with this. Oh, there are a few E's down here. Not a whole lot I can do with this, but I thought I'd go ahead and pull it out just to see. This is a sticker sheet that was given to me. I love this little USA sticker, but it's got some navies and a few greens as well, and then of course some pinks. Got this cardstock stickers from the Playday collection of SEI, and it had that navy as well as a little bit of that green, not a whole lot. I've got these Doodlebug design fancy frills, and it's got this really pretty blue border strip here. It's got a lot of orange here, so I don't think I'll use anything but this, but it's there and I'll use it. All About a Boy, Lori Whitlock, Echo Park. It's the alphabet that came on the 12 by 12 sticker sheet. And then I have some just miscellaneous sticker sheets that I had sitting around. I pulled these for the numbers primarily, but I could definitely use the letters if I want. I had two. I guess there's 2 sets, but the numbers are different. I pulled these alpha beans from Jelly Bean Soup in Newburgh Navy. Then I also had the basic gray alpha stickers. And then I have these two are very, very used up. That's where they came from. These are the Amity Tangerine cutout thickers. And as you can see, I have very few. I do have an A left and I have some numbers. So I definitely could try to use something, but I have very few of that. And then this was from the Target Dollar Spot. I just love these. I just wish I had more of them. I wish I had bought like 5 or 6 of them. I have no vowels left at all, except for U's. I do have U's. And some Y's, but I could potentially try to make abbreviations with this or something, so I pulled it out just to try. Okay, what else? I pulled out some things that I could potentially use for Project Life. I have this one is the We Are Memory Keepers Album Made Easy 4x6 cards in the Grayson collection, and it has gray and greens, as you can see, 4x6. I pulled out, here's another envelope. A bag. It's just white and green. I pulled out the Pebbles 4x6 journaling cards in the navy blue. And it's not really a navy blue, but it does have some really nice journaling cards in here. See, that's not really navy, but like I said, these are some really nice journaling cards back here that I could definitely use. So I pulled it out because you just never know what you might use. Got that. And then I have a 3x4 one, which is the Albums Made Easy by We Are Memory Keepers Hello Life. And it's got a lot of yellows, but it's also got that navy and the blue, and the gray. So there are definitely some usable ones in here as well. So I pulled those out. And then also, because that wasn't enough, I also pulled out some of my loose Project Life cards. I pulled out my Snap Everyday collection, which just had some really pretty colors. It doesn't really, it has the green, but it doesn't really have the navy in it, but it does have some on the back. I just thought it would be nice, a good mix. And then this one is the Macho Nacho Soup. This is the cut apart sheet from the Jelly Bean Soup line. And it's got some of those grays and those blues. All right, so I've got those. And then for the 4x6, I pulled out the Creative Chaos pad from Recollections, and it has smaller cards and larger cards, but it just had some really pretty grays in it. So I pulled that one out, and then I pulled out all of my little Studio G collection. Now these are all vertical orientation, which I don't use, but I can use them maybe as photo mats or other things, but it's got that green and it's got some of the blue. So I don't know if I'll really use many of those, but you know what? I won't use it if it's not here, so I pulled it out. All right. This kit goes on. Pulled out some bling. This is just some black self-adhesive bling from Want to Scrap, just small. And then I pulled out some enamel dots. And then I also pulled out these enamel dots. These are from Pebbles. These were gifted to me, which I love these. These are so cute with the sparkles. And then these are just different sizes. They're larger. And then they've got the navy and the green. It's got a cream in here, which some of the things I pulled out have cream in them. So I could go either direction here. Pulled out 3 Flair Routine, a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whichever way you look, and either a tree or an arrow. Have some clips. Have some brads. I gotta get them. Had to pick them all up. I have green, blue, and white. Now brads are things that I don't use very often in my scrapbooking, but if I have them in a kit, I will make a point to try to use them. So I might try to start adding a few brads to every kit. I have about 1,000,005 brads in my stash. So if I don't start using them, they're just going to continue to collect. And then I pulled out an assortment of blue, green, and gray / silver, depending on if you think not shiny silver is gray or not. Sequin. There you go. All right. Then I have the Pink Fresh Studio Indigo Heels Chipboard Heart stickers. I like the green. The green was a nice match, and it has some navy. I pulled out the Remarks American Crafts Hashtag Sunshine collection. Look at that pretty green. This is just the little sticker book. Mostly it's just the green. There's a few pink in here, so if I'm going to use anything with pink, that would be a good pad to use. I have the LA Studio Sunny Day stickers, puffy stickers, and it's got some really pretty grays and blues in this one. And then some greens as well. I've got some Jolie's Boutique card sentiment stickers. Now, these are stickers where you can use them on cards, but I thought they're kind of a chalkboard black color, and I thought that might be really nice for layering. I have the Fancy Pants Collecting Moments label stickers. Has some really pretty navy blues. I have the Studio Calico just chipboard set. I don't know where it's from, but it had just that black and white, and I wanted to add some neutrals. I've got the Hello label sticker set from Basic Gray. It's got some of that bright green in it. These are from me and my big ideas. Just some glittered chipboard stickers. Got some labels from Recollections. Got Studio 112 die cut stickers with that pretty green and navy. I've got the K & Company Smash clips. Just got that bright green and then also that pink. I've got the Pink Paisley Pen Pals chipboard sticker set. There's 50 of them in here, and there's a ton of navy. A lot of blue, a lot of pink, but there's a ton of navy. There was this cardstock set from Recollections that they had out. It was called Cardstock Shapes, but it has a lot of banners and photo corners and cards in it, but they're all in that dark blue navy color. Just have some miscellaneous labels here. I pulled out the little yellow bicycle journaling tickets. I believe it's a travel pad is what it says. But isn't this cool? They're all like die cut tickets, and they've got embossing on them. Like here, see? Thought that gray was really pretty. There's some greens in here as well. List. There's a lot in here. I hope I can use it because I think this is so cute. I've never used it before. And then just two more things. This is a little ticket set and tag set that came from, it's called Paper Tags, and it was from Michael's. I think I bought it around Halloween. But it's got grays, blacks, and yellows, but the grays will be really good. And then I pulled out the Chamel sticker set, and it's got the navy as well as the lime green. And this definitely has a more cream-toned feel to it. So some of these other things that are a little bit more cream-toned would go with that. So that is it. As if that's not enough. Hopefully I can actually make a lot with this and that it all just doesn't go back in my stash. But I really enjoy these stash kits because it gives me something different to work with. I work with a lot of older products, but I try to mix in some new products that I get. So I'm really excited about this. So this is stash kit number 2 for 2017, and I will post all the process videos for what I create with this. And when I get done with the kit or bored with the kit or whatever, I will do a kit like share where I show what I made, what I have left, and then also on my blog I will list all the supplies that are in here. So at the end, whenever I am comparing what I made and what I have left versus with what I started with, I'll be able to tell you what I really used up. You'll be able to see, especially since there's so much here. It's kind of hard to judge. So I think that's it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.